Are you looking for a quick, full body warm-up routine that you can do before every workout? Well, if so, then stay tuned so I can teach you 8 functional exercises that will be focused on your whole body and will take you less than 10 minutes to do it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica, an athletic therapist with over 10 years of clinical experience, teaching you the best tips and tools for living a healthy, fit, and pain-free life. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. So I'm going to tell you the 8 exercises that we're going to do, and then we'll go through them all together. So these are by far my favorite 8 exercises I do before every workout, whether it's a run or I'm going to the gym, or I even recommend doing these if you're at home and you're feeling stiff and you're just looking for a whole body mobility routine that you can do in less than 10 minutes. So let's get right into the list of these exercises. So in order of how we're going to do them, first, we have leg swings forward and back. Second, we have figure 4 dips. Third, we have inchworm. 4, we have the world's greatest stretch. 5, we have downward dog with alternating calf stretch. 6, we have thoracic extension in downward dog. 7, we have squat with thoracic rotation. And 8, we have 90-90. So these 8 exercises are going to take you less than 10 minutes to go through. So I put these exercises in the order of how you should do them. This way you can easily transition from one to the other. So grab your yoga mat and let's get right into it. So first exercise is forward and back leg swings. You're going to do 10 to 20 repetitions. Have the leg nice and relaxed and just swinging back and forth. This will help to loosen up the hip flexor on the front and your hamstrings on the back. Once you've done the repetitions, then we'll switch and do side to side. You can do this one just balancing, or as I like to do it, holding onto a railing or against a wall. Great, let's move on to the next one. Figure 4 dips. So holding onto a rail, I'm going to show you from front and side. You want to cross one leg over top of the other. Make sure you don't put it directly on the kneecap. You're going to sit back like you're sitting into a chair, and this is going to help stretch your piriformis and glute muscles. You're going to do this nice and slow, 10 reps on the right, and then switch and do 10 reps on the left. So third, inchworm. Inchworm is a great exercise to release the posterior chain. So we'll get the back and the hamstrings released. So you want to tuck your chin into your chest, slowly roll down all the way to touch your toes. If you can keep the legs straight, fantastic. And then you want to maintain that as you walk yourself out to a full plank position, and then walk your way all the way back up. Something to focus on when you're doing this is just try to keep the pelvis nice and stable and parallel to the floor, so you're not rocking left and right as you're walking yourself out. We'll do this one 10 times. Now, if you need to bend your knees a bit, that's totally fine to do that. Just try to make sure that you feel that nice stretch in the back of the legs. Fourth exercise is the world's greatest stretch. I'm sure there's other names for this one, but most people know it as this one. You're going to go into a plank position, then lunge with one leg forward, placing it next to your hand. Then you're going to rotate up towards that leg, reaching up towards the ceiling. Really stretch through your mid-back and reach up, and you'll also feel probably a pec stretch through the front part of the chest. Then you're gonna bring that leg back down and then switch sides. Bring the left leg up, rotate up towards the ceiling, really stretching. And you also, when you're in that lunge position, you can get a good groin stretch while you're doing it too, so you can drop the hips lower. Do 10 of these on each side, and then we'll move into the next one. Now into downward dog. So this one you wanna try to keep your back as flat as possible, so kind of stick your bum up towards the ceiling. Then you're gonna keep one heel down on the ground, and you're gonna lift the opposite heel up, and you're gonna alternate back and forth from stretching out the calf. The higher you keep the hips, the more of a stretch you're gonna feel through the back of the hamstrings as well, and this is also because they're intertwined with the calf. You're gonna get that whole fascial chain. 10 to 20 times on each side. Then we're gonna stay in this position. So the 6th one is thoracic extension in the downward dog position. So you can slightly bend the knees with this one, and then if you want to lift up the heels from the ground just to take off a little bit more of a stretch from the calves and the hamstrings, what you're gonna do is you're gonna exhale, draw your chest down towards the ground. So you're gonna get a great shoulder extension stretch as well as stretching the lat muscles. And as you extend and exhale, you're going to get that extension through your thoracic spine. This is great for anybody that has upper or mid-back tension. This is a fantastic exercise to go through. Our 7th exercise is a squat with a thoracic rotation. So you're gonna have your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart, toes slightly pointed outwards. You're gonna squat down, bum down as low as you can, and then having your hands on the inside of the legs, rotate up towards one side, reaching up towards the ceiling. You should feel a stretch through your pec as well as your mid-back. Come back down, switch and rotate to the other side, reaching up towards the ceiling and back down, and then coming up out of the squat. Fantastic. Come back down, reach up towards the ceiling with one arm, come back in, and then alternate to the side. You can use your breath. Exhale as you reach up, inhale as you come back down with one arm, exhale as you reach up with the opposite side, and then come back down. 10 repetitions of these, and then we'll move on to the last exercise. Last but not least, we have 90-90 mobility exercise. You're gonna be sitting down with your knees at a 90-90 degree angle. This is a fantastic exercise to help increase internal and external rotation of your hips. So keep your heels on the ground and try to maintain a nice width when you're in that 90-90 position. So as you rotate, lift one knee, rotate to the opposite side, try to get as much of a stretch through the hips as you possibly can. If you need assistance, have the hands behind your back, or you can do this leaning against a wall, and really open up through the hips. So as you're moving from one side, one hip's gonna be doing internal rotation and the opposite's gonna be doing external rotation. Then when we switch to the opposite side, it's gonna be the opposite. Fantastic. Now I want you to maintain your position once you're on one side. You're gonna reach over the knee and lean forward, exhale as you go down, and you're gonna feel a good stretch on the outside, the external rotation of your hip, your piriformis as well, and then you're gonna slide back up. So we're gonna do it like a mobility exercise rather than a holding stretch. You can do this 5 times on one side, and then you'll switch and then do the opposite. So 10 of these on each side when you're doing the 90-90, and then 5 with the exhale and reach over the knee. Awesome work, guys. What'd you think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know if you've already been doing some of these exercises, if they're all new to you. Comment below, tell me what you thought. So there you have it. These are the 8 exercises I love and I highly recommend you do before every workout to prevent injury, reduce stiffness and pain, and just overall feel better throughout the day. So thanks for watching this video. I have linked also in the description if you haven't checked out my last video on whether you should ice or heat an injury. I'll link it in the description below, and I'll also put it in this video. If you liked this video and you found it helpful, please give me a thumbs up. I extremely appreciate the support, and I would love it if you could share this video with your friends and family and anybody that you think that can benefit from doing these exercises. Also, I'm working on creating a list of my favorite injury prevention tools. So if you'd like to get notified when it's completed, please head over to my website at www.jessicadudas.com and sign up for my newsletter so you'll be notified when it's ready. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Until next time, stay healthy, fit, and pain-free. Bye.